Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to PDINA Royally Teachable Moments. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys are doing well. And I want to thank everyone that has purchased tickets to come to my coronation breakfast event. I am so excited about meeting you and talking and having a great time and sharing my story with you all. Okay, so let's get into it. First, I want to acknowledge this beautiful picture by Catherine that she took of the Queen with her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Isn't that such a beautiful picture? And I think it is so telling, and it gives us a peek into what is actually going on with the family and how they're moving on with their lives. Things are moving on. You know, we know the Queen is no longer here, but how historic for the children, the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren of the Queen to have this beautiful picture with their grandmama. And Harry and Meghan have essentially missed out on having their children be a part of this photo. It tells you that they're not going to just wallow in the problems of Harry and Meghan and them not wanting to come be a part of the family. The family is moving on, and it shows that Harry and Meghan are missing out truly on the iconic and memorable things that are going on within the royal household, because they will have forever regret. And the children of Harry and Meghan, when they get older, when they see this photo, knowing that they could have been a part of this, a part of the Queen's legacy. But because of how this couple behaves, they're going to miss out. So it's just a very telling situation that, you know, this is what happens when you don't know how to behave yourself. You sitting at home wallowing in your sorrows, and everyone else is moving on and getting on with their lives, and life is not stopping because you want to have a little hissy fit over what your family can have and what your family can't have on these material things. It just seems so senseless. And now their children, Harry and Meghan's children, are going to miss out. I thought that's very telling. And also, son of Camilla spoke out against Harry and how he was kind of making a dig at his mother. Master Freddie Parker Bowles came out in defense of his mother, who we know his mother is married to the king. Speaking publicly about the allegations for the first time, he said, "I think the change happens, but I don't care what anyone says." Harry's claimed that there was an orchestrated campaign aimed at the marriage and eventually the crown, insisting that there was no end game. It's like this continual thing where Harry and Meghan don't really look to see that they're being selfish in the way that they're speaking about people, because it has an effect on other people that are family members, on the people that they seem to have a beef with. And I saw an interesting article that said that Harry has stopped growing mentally as a 13-year-old. He stopped growing as a 13-year-old because of the trauma from his mother. And William seems to have been able to get over it and to still grow into his manhood and be more reasonable in thought. And it's so spot on because it's true. Harry is acting like someone who is still a kid in their head. He doesn't really have the mindset of somebody who is able to deal with the hardships of life and to be able to move on and get on with your life. Because essentially that's what we have to do. We have to get on. Problems, things are going to come our way, but it's how you deal with these issues that are very difficult when you are able to essentially move on. And people that are not able to move on, who have these issues and problems, tend to be the ones like Harry, overreacting, not able to listen to other people. He's essentially, I think, traumatized by what has happened to him as a child, and he doesn't know how to carry on, move on, and to get over that hump. And it's holding him back mentally. He's not able to grow into his adulthood and thinking about life as it comes, how you deal with things, crises that come your way. How do you move on and to better adapt your life to the circumstances that have come your way? And that's the sign of a person that's able to essentially handle life, move on, deal with it, and get on with life. Harry hasn't been able to do that. And then when you have the combined with the wife that he has, then you got a recipe for disaster, because she's got her paws all in it. Yes, like, oh, I'm gonna get me one. I'm going to use this and mold it into something that's going to be for my advantage in life. And it was like the perfect storm that came together, and now he's the victim of this woman conniving. It's just playing out before the whole world. And so, how they were talking about the Fab Four? Well, there is this new idea of a new Fab Four, which I think is great. The new Fab Four being who? Who could it be? Yes, it is Mike Tyndall and Zara. I think that is a great new Fab Four. A royal family couple are enjoying themselves as part of a new Fab Four with Princess Kate and Prince William, according to a body language expert. So Darren Stanton hailed the impact that Mike and Zara Tyndall are having as royal favorites with the public. Stanton pointed out that Mike Tyndall's appearance on ITV's I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here as having a positive influence on the couple's brand. He said that Mike and Zara are definitely favorites with the public. And I must say, when I see Zara and Mike, they seem like a couple very much in love. They don't come across as fake and phony and conniving. They come off very authentic and likable. I think what better way to have Anne's daughter be a part of the Fab Four with her husband. I think that is perfect. People that have put in the work. I mean, we know Anne, she is one of the hardest working royals in the royal family. So why not have her daughter be a part of the new Fab Four? Why? I mean, if they're doing the work, they're likable, they can come out and do work that is just as well put together as anybody else, because they've been there since, well, Zara has anyway, from the beginning as a royal. Although she's not, they don't call her a princess, I don't think. She is still a part of the household, the royal family, that would be recognizable and bring good attention to charities and to the work. And he also went on to say that they also aren't afraid to joke around with each other and show public display of affection, which comes across completely relatable. Like, they seem like the average couple that you can relate to. There's something about them. There's no pretentiousness to them. They seem very comfortable in their own skin. You don't see Zara out there trying to be like, oh, smiley, like me, and her husband just mad at the world. No, they seem like they've got it well put together. I definitely believe that Mike's appearance on I Am a Celebrity has made the public realize that they are very much a normal couple in love. This came across as they joined the royal family on Easter Sunday as they smiled and joked outside the church. I think, yes, definitely. And then this brings me to the point about Meghan. Meghan essentially has ruined her opportunity to be a royal. She is taking something so precious, such a valuable position that she was in, and she turned on it for her own selfish gain. And it has essentially put her in a position that she's going to regret the rest of her life. Meghan is not going to be happy with how she behaved later in life. She's going to regret not having the relationship with her father. She's going to regret how she treated the royal family, how she treated the public that welcomed her so wonderfully. She's going to regret how she used her husband. Now, I know she's a very narcissistic type person that she won't have any regrets, but you can never say never. And if that should happen, she will live with regrets of how she treated people, how she took a very pristine opportunity to do great things and she ruined it. And she's no longer looked at as a royal that could be respected. She's distanced herself on her own terms from the royal family in Great Britain. And I know that she wants to try to do something here in the States. She wants to try to become new royalty. But at what cost? At what cost will she continue to try to strive to be this royalty? What, to her children's dismay and not being able to be associated with the real royals? At her husband's life sacrifice of never really seeing his family ever again? At what price are they going to have to pay now for Meghan to move forward with her life and how she wants to now be branded as this new royalty in America, which has diminished significantly for her? But don't be too surprised if she's able to get that going here in the States, because she does have her supporters. She does have people that will support her in her work that she's trying to do here in the States. And we have to see if that will catch on to other people wanting to be a part of that or not. So far, no. So far, people are seriously distancing themselves from her. She hasn't been invited to some pretty high profile events here in the States that I'm sure she would have liked to have been a part of. One of them being this Forbes event for international women that she was not at, that Hillary Clinton attended. A lot of bigwig women were there and Meghan was not there. So I can only imagine that she wanted to be there, because we know she had this little stint where she did this event for International Women's Day, where we saw her walking out to her car with her assistant and, trying to get herself in the public light around her helping out and supporting. But is her support really there in an authentic way? And most people can see, look, you're just trying to do a photo op, woman. We see right through your nonsense. You are not being for real. You are being so fake right now. And people know if they attach themselves to her being fake like this, they become looked at like this. And they don't want that. A lot of these women are really there to do their work because they've been doing it. They're very meaningful behind their work, and they're really not using it as a way to increase their brand recognition, because they're already doing great things in their own right. So they don't really need it. But Meghan is someone who's trying to get something going in a very fake way that a lot of people can see right through it. And the people that don't see it, these are the people that support her, essentially. So it's not going to be a win for her. But like I said, never say never. You never know.